Morning, beautiful people. Right after a meditation, I feel calmer, definitely more relaxed, and I experienced something quite interesting that I want to share with you. So, you hear everybody talking about presence, being in the here and now, the present moment. But what is the present moment? Yeah, so in meditation, it's quite easy to get to the present moment. It's quite easy to get to the now again and let go of the majority of the thoughts that we might be entertaining throughout the day, like generally of anxiety, any sort of heavy energy that we feel in our body, yeah, and repetitious thoughts. And when we practice meditation, depending on the type of meditation, of course, we usually focus on some sort of an object, yeah, be it an image, visualization, be it the breath, feeling it around your nose or in your belly or somewhere else, yeah, or on our body, or even on sound. And some people do it even on the blank black screen that they see, just on awareness. Now, the object would not be that important, but what is important here is that when we focus on something, yeah, so in my case, I focused on the breath in my belly. And when I would focus on the breath and I start following it up and down, at some point, I'm so present with the breath, meaning I'm so invested in the movement of the breath, or otherwise focused on the movement of the breath and the sensations that somehow accompany it, that I started seeing perfection. Now, what do I mean by perfection? I'm following the breath, right? Up and down, up and down. At some point, body is relaxed, mind is also relaxed, so it gets slowed down. And I feel the in breath, I feel this feeling of sensation of elevation, and then of going down again, of exhalation. And suddenly I felt like I'm there. I'm not with the movement, I'm the movement. I'm in it. And because I was in it, I was the movement, I felt peace. Now there was no distraction between me and it. So we just connected. And this is usually what happens when we meditate. There are many ways to describe this, but the way that I'm describing it now is that we just merge. So the present moment, or being in the now, is rather merging with life, merging with awareness, merging with the observer, which, or who you are, who we all are. And in this moment, I felt perfection, because the first word that came to my mind, I noticed it immediately, was perfection. This is perfect. But what did I really feel that felt perfect? Peace. It was just peace. So perfection is not a concept, after all. It is not a utopia. It is being us and being here, being merged with life, not looking at life from a vantage point, not looking at life through our thoughts or from our thoughts, or trying to explain life through thinking and through arranging different sentences in our mind. It's not really how it works. It does work and it does serve us in many occasions. It's a great tool. Yeah, no second thought about that. It's a great tool. We can create many beautiful things. We can change things with thoughts. We can send loving energy. We can develop compassion in our mind, and kindness and goodness. We can change our views and perceptions. Now, however, views and perceptions, they're great, especially when they're positive, when they're good and kind and compassionate and loving, and inspiring. But when we are here and now, we merge with life. We merge with who we are essentially. Suddenly we're back to who we are, back to I, back to oneness in a sense. Because there is peace. There's just peace. And peace feels perfect. So perfection is in peace itself, in our connectedness with life. So peace is just another word, yeah? Perfection is just another word. But us being life and coming back to who we are instead of being in the realm of thoughts and perceptions suddenly makes us not only alive, but also life. Suddenly we don't perceive things from an outside vantage point, but we perceive them from the point of us being it, doing it, creating it, whatever that might be, yeah, whatever the situation. But interestingly enough, it was the word perfection that came to my mind first. And I saw the movement of breath in my belly as absolute perfection. It was going up and down. There was nothing else. So how can it not be perfect? Yeah, there's this saying, nothing is perfect. Isn't it? Isn't it really? Or is just another filter that prevents us from actually seeing the perfection of everything? You know, there's perfection is in absolutely everything if we just are able to merge with the now, or with who we are rather, and just experience it as perfection. Now, suffering, etc., those are just perceptions. Fear, etc. Perceptions, views of the world, of a situation, of the body, of other bodies, of actions, but just perceptions of them, not the actions, really. Because when we're scared, we're scared of fear. We're scared of actually feeling it. So we're not now. Now imagine that we are now with fear. We're in the now with fear. It's gonna be perfect. And I've experienced this in my own practices. I have experienced that. Doesn't mean I'm free of fear, but it means that I have experienced it to the extent that I have stayed with it and I have seen it for it being perfect. Now, it's been trained for many, many years. Yeah, in my mind, in most people's minds, we've been trained, we've habituated this, that we would try to push something away. And fear is one of those things that we really want to push away. It's unconscious, so there's nobody to judge, nobody to blame, nothing like this. But rather, we're not now in the moment, because in the moment we will not see fear as fear. We'll see it as perfection, and most likely we won't even experience it as fear. Most likely it's going to be something else. Now, this is up to everybody, of course, to experience, to see how they perceive it, because this is something very personal. It has to be experienced. Words are conveying what's going on or what possibly can go on in such a situation, but it really has to be experienced. Yeah, it has to be gone through. It has to be willingly allowed and embraced and sought after, and then this experience is gonna come, of course. So I think I'm gonna leave you guys with that, because I went astray a little bit. Perfection, being in the now, every sensation, every movement, every observation. If we're now merged with life, we become life. There is nothing but perfect in life. Love you all. See you soon. Have a beautiful day. Thank you.